Welcome to our channel at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu. Today we're going to be doing another comparison video between two cars. To my right, I have the 2025 Honda Odyssey in one of four trims, the Touring trim. And it's trim right before on my left, and that is the Sport L trim, okay? And we're going to be talking about the differences and similarities in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and please help us out because we truly appreciate it. So we don't waste your time, let's go ahead and dive in, okay? We didn't pop the hoods. As usual, we like to do that here at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandu, but we don't want to waste your time. 3.5 liter V6 engine paired together with the 10-speed automatic transmission, pushing 280 horsepower with 262 pounds-feet of torque. That is the only engine option you get in the 2025 Honda Odyssey, okay, with the 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, some MPG, 19 city, 28 highway, and a 22 combined with a 19.5-gallon gas tank size on both, okay? Length, width, and height in inches. 205 inches in length, 79 inches in width, 70 inches in height with a 118-inch wheelbase and 3,500 pounds of towing capacity. That is all similar, everyone. With regards to the drivetrain, you get front-wheel drive, also standard on both these cars. What is different, you might ask, in the front end? Right off the bat, starting with the lower trim, Sport L. What does Sport L offer you? It offers you blacked-out trim on the exterior of the car, also blacked out rims with the all-season tire. You're going to see that where on the front grille, it's completely matte black. All right, that's where the difference in the black gloss will be, also on the side and the rims and the rear. And I'm going to show you guys that later, okay? Now let me show you the Touring color, how the black gloss comes on the front grille, okay? Matte black on the Sport L lower trim and the high gloss on the higher trim, okay? But similarities, both have LED headlights, LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights, and we left the hazards on so you guys get an idea of what your signal lights are going to look like, okay? For 2025, just to add in a little tip there, the bumper fascias are new with regards to the cuts in the lower grille. Also, this cut here going across too, okay? From the 2024 over to the 2025. Just kind of a facelift on that front bumper fascia. Some more differences on the side. Dropping down to the wheel area, same exact rim and tire, just different colors, okay? Sport L gets the high gloss black. Touring does not. It gets a gunmetal gray, all right? And it's a 235 55 19-inch tire, and that is a Bridgestone Turenza EL440. Suspension systems, exactly the same. Shock spring, strut, standard suspension. On the side mirrors, only difference is this comes high gloss black because of the Sport L, along with the trims around the windows, to where here you got the two-tone matte black on the bottom, and then you have the silver on top with a matte black going around the windows, okay? But everything else is the same on the car. You got the smart key access entry. You have also the engine start on your key fob, electric side sliding doors, all right? Coming over to the rear, I wanted to mention this. This comes with regular unleaded gas at a 19.5-gallon gas tank size. I did mention that. Coming over to the rear. Over on the rear, starting with the Sport L, okay? Up top, only difference is this trim piece here is high gloss black painted and the Sport emblem on the left. All right, sorry, on my left, but on the passenger side of the car, okay? As well as bumper sensors here in the rear bumper fascia. If we come over to the Touring, matte black plastic, okay? So this is a matte, not a high gloss black. Dropping down over to that emblem, Touring, and then you get the bumper sensors here in the rear. Now, let's go ahead and shoot over real quick to the cargo. Everything else is the same on the rear tailgate with the LED tail lights. Cargo room, nothing different. We just want to show you guys real quick. You got some cubby room on the left, up and down. You get 33 cubic feet of space with the third and the second row seat up. If we drop that down, we get 141 cubic feet of space. Okay. 12-volt outlet with some more cubby room. All right. Spare tire isn't back here. It's actually in between the front seats and the second row bench seat on the floor, okay? Now that we're pretty much done talking about the specs of the car, showing you guys the differences and similarities of the exterior, let's go ahead and talk where you're gonna see the main difference interior. Before we continue with the interior comparisons, guys, if you find yourselves in the Sacramento area and you guys need some van rentals, passenger van rentals, I might say, check out the link in the description below. We do rent passenger vans to friends and family if you're shooting over to San Francisco, Valley Wine Country, or Lake Tahoe, or so much more. We also deliver, so check that link in the description below. Now let's go ahead and offer to you guys the differences on the Sport L compared to the Touring. We're sitting in the Sport L now. What are the differences right off the bat? Starting with the inlay trims. High gloss black inlay trims in the Touring, not in the Sport L. We got matte black plastic. We're gonna have a different trim here, as well as matte black plastic here on the Sport L, but we get high gloss in the Touring. And then going across that dashboard, you're gonna see a difference, okay? Another difference is the parking sensor button that you get here on the left-hand side of the manual steering column. On the Sport L, you do not get that parking sensor button, to where on the Touring, you get the parking sensor button. Coming over to the 9-inch infotainment screen. 4 major differences with regards to the apps. You're going to see 3 added apps, and 2 differences in one app is because this one comes actually with navigation on here. Okay, actually no, sorry, the Sport L comes with a compass. That's why I clicked that. So you got a compass instead of navigation. Touring comes with navigation, okay? As well as in Touring, you're going to see 3 less apps, and that is because we do not have the cabin talk, the Wi-Fi settings, and also the rear entertainment displays. Okay, we're going to show you guys that when we're in the Touring. Dropping lower than that, all this is the same. We got an added inverter in the Touring. We don't have an inverter here in the Sport L. If we shoot over to the center consoles, differences here, you get an HDMI in the Touring with a USB-A plug-in and a removable tray, making that console deeper or shorter optioned in the Touring. And then the seats, of course, in the Sport L, you're going to have black with red stitching, giving it kind of a sportier look, to where on the Touring, you're going to have the stitching that adds kind of a gray tone to it, and it looks a little bit more luxurious. Now let's go ahead and shoot over to the second and third row, show you guys the differences, and then jump into the Touring. So, second row seating, of course, the stitching is different in the Sport L. Where you're going to see it in the Touring is different. And then big difference is in the Sport L, no rear entertainment screen, the LCD screen with the cabin camera that you don't get in the Sport L. But everything else is exactly the same. Now, let's go ahead and bunny hop this seat forward and show you guys what's different in the third row area. If we come over to the third row here, because you don't have the LCD screen in the Touring, you're going to have an aux here for your headphones to plug in and listen to that entertainment screen, and a 12-volt outlet here, to where on the Touring, you're going to have a USB-C plug-in here, okay? Come over to the passenger. 2 USB-C plug-ins is standard here, but when you're going to see in the Touring, you're going to get the 2 USB-Cs and the one on that, making it 3 back here as well, okay? But now this car, it's coming in at around $44,920 is the MSRP. But we're going to go ahead and show you guys what $46,600 gets you. Let's do it now. Now let's go show you what the Touring offers you for about an extra $3,000, okay? So I did mention that was $45,000. I have to say the MSRP on that one's like 43, and this one's coming in at 46.6, so about $3,600. But again, with destination charge and whatnot, you're gonna have to calculate where you're at. But what's different? High gloss black trims going across that door, right? As well as high gloss black trim here too. Okay, that extra parking sensor button that you get here. All right, on the left-hand side, that's extra. The steering wheel. The steering wheel does come with a high gloss black right here, as well as, yes, the different color and stitching. Over to the infotainment screen. I'm going to show you guys what I meant. So remember, the Sport L was just a compass on that second screen when you slid your apps over it. Well, this one has a navigation option, and I love the fact that an extra $3,600 will get you navigation. All right. You also get rear entertainment. That's an actual added option too. So when you want to control your rear entertainment, you're going to press that. And then another one is Wi-Fi hotspot. That's also another one. And then you're going to get one more over to the cabin watch. That is going to be different too. And we're going to click that and check that out. You get that rear camera to see if Jimmy is hitting Jessica. And you got to spank Jimmy to stop hitting Jessica. All right. Press that home button. Another thing I want to show you guys is if we shoot over to the rear, you have the option of seeing your sensors, to where on the Sport L, you don't have that option, okay? So you'd press that button and check out your sensors. Going back home, and park that, go back home. Over to the inverter. Remember I mentioned that this is an added inverter. You don't have that in the Sport L. Coming over to the rear, the center console area, you get the removable tray, making that a deeper option. Dropping that tray down, as well as the HDMI and USB-A plug-in. The seats themselves, remember I mentioned that they do have different stitchings from the gray along with the trim work, giving it kind of a little bit more plush look. Now that we're pretty much done with the front, let's show you what I meant from the second and the third row seats. Second row seats, we got the exact same stitching with the gray trim work on that. That's what's different. If we come up here, this is what the LCD screen is going to look like. Rear entertainment, very nice to keep the passengers busy with your cabin camera, okay? Now, also, I want to show you guys what's different on the third row. Third row, coming over here, this is what's mainly different, is that aux with the headphones and that extra USB-C plug-in instead of the 12-volt outlet. And you also get the third row sun visors. I forgot to mention that in the Sport L. You do not get these in the Sport L. You get them in the Touring, okay? Now, guys, thank you so much for watching our channel at Vagabond Builds. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. If you guys want more of an in-depth single review video, check out our channel at Vagabond Builds. And for all your makes and models of the newer brand cars, if you're in the market for something, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us out. We truly appreciate you guys' support. God bless you.